In a separate video, I discussed Bishop Williamson's Eleison comments number 333. I'd like to return to one point and take this a little bit further. Bishop Williamson says the reason people won't commit, he's talking mainly priests and bishops, but I think it applies to people as well, is fear of the unknown. When the whole world around you is going mad, and you find an enclave of sanity, and then that enclave also begins to go mad, it requires unusual strength of character to face up to the reality and not prefer some illusion or other. And of illusions there are plenty. Thus many priests realize that they are living through a drama calling for some crucifying decisions, but they lack the necessary fortitude to launch into the unknown. He's dead on straight. And it's more serious, I think, than even he makes it out. This is the reason people will not go with the truth. It's this fear of the unknown. I got this in the email a couple days ago and printed it out. I've read it a couple times, thought about it. Because that's how we get to the truth, is we stop and we think. That's why I print things out. I go through a lot of paper. That's this fear of the unknown. 4 times I've launched out into the unknown in my life. I'm going to make 4 separate videos on this, discussing each one as specific things, but there's some commonality here. I noticed in looking back and thinking back on these 4 major decisions. In all 4 cases, I did not look beyond the decision at hand. I was making the decision. I didn't look at the accidental consequences of what was on the other side. I didn't look at the unknown. My only question was this: is this the right thing to do? In 2 of the cases, I was absorbed in a great deal of thought and prayer on the subject. The other 2 were actually quite simple decisions. Boom, they're made. It's through the grace of God in all of these situations that I got to where I am today. So I don't want to forget that. Only after committing to what I believed what God's will was in each particular case, and when I was beyond the point of no return, did I sort out the details of what falls out on the side. And that's the thing. See, we think about what's going to happen to me. All right, if I decide I've got to leave the Society of St. Pius X, which is what Williamson's, in essence, telling these priests to do, what am I going to do? Well, I recall a story of a Monsignor down in Oklahoma City. He was a pastor of a parish, and a man went to talk to him about the changes in the church and asked him to quit the Novus Ordo. He says, "But I'll lose my pension." Think about it. This is how stupid it is. We can be staying in the wrong place for our pension. Which would you rather have? Eternal happiness in heaven and a lost pension here? Or your pension here and eternal misery in hell? It doesn't sound too difficult to me when I sort it out like that. When we make a decision, we should have only one question in mind. Is this the road to heaven? Everything else is mere details and should not influence us at all. Don't fear the unknown. Do God's will. He'll take care of the rest.